So like one of the times when I, sat down with my business coach and we wrote everything down that I was doing, he's like, you're doing like 7 people's jobs. He's like, all of this shit, someone else can do. Like none of this is like all of this, like 95% of this is does not require Nick to do this.
Yeah, it's interesting. I keep trying to figure out and cut those things that like if they don't involve me.
Yeah.
How do I?
Have you ever heard of the? I'm probably gonna butcher the name. The Pareto principle.
No.
The Pareto principle is essentially so if you have say you have 100 employees, 20% of your employees is making 80% of your income.
Oh,
we spoke about this. Yeah, the 80-20 rule.
80-20
rule. Yeah, I know it is that. Yeah.
So that's the Pareto principle. They have a great document. This is my master's kicking in. There's a great document that breaks that thing down to basically high priority, low importance, low priority, high importance, and it basically gets you to. It's a worksheet that gets you to break down your task of what needs to get done based on the 80-20 rule of what needs to be delegated.
So anything that's outside of
that 5
has to go.
Basically, that top level tier that only you can do.
Yeah, the 20%.
The 80%.
That 80% of my time is handling 20% of my job.
Yes.
Right.
And then basically that you take that 80 and it teaches you how to delegate. Like, wait, well, I don't technically have to do that, And it's like and it gives you a whole block. It forces you to write these whole things down. This whole block that you have to delegate.
The coolest bit about delegating and figuring it out as I'm working on trying to be a better CEO, it does definitely mean handing the fucking reins over and trusting someone else's creative. Because if you're gonna micromanage and run someone's ass, why are we delegating?
Exactly.
Just find someone else.
Yeah.
Or let them do their fucking job.
Yeah.
Those are the two options.
And if they don't do it, they go away.
Yeah, you find someone else. That's cool.
It
just didn't work, man.
Yeah.
Wrong fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like once I started, I remember it was one of the first things I delegated was like the podcast editing to this guy in London. And like as soon as that switched and I didn't have to listen to the show again, I just remember like, oh, so that's magic. Right? Like it's fucking magic.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, now you.
And at that point, I was still getting clips back from him, and then adding my own intros, outros, and uploading them and doing all the stuff.
Yeah.
That you're handling now.
Yeah.
So think about that. You literally just doubled your you doubled your ability to create.
Well, right, because a podcast would take me however long we talked.
Right.
Then I'd have to re-listen to it.
Yeah.
To cut stuff out or do whatever as if I was cutting anything
Probably
out.
3 times.
Just
actually.
Mostly to make sure it didn't sound terrible.
Probably takes double the time it does whatever the podcast
At
talks.
least.
Yeah.
At least.
So
yes,
you just
if the podcast was an hour and a half, it would take 3 hours to go through.
Yeah. So you just essentially created 2 more podcasts by offloading that.
Yeah. And then the same was like when I got Harry on board who runs the Hate Instagram, and because he's good at it and consistent and gives a shit, like
shit, so I'm not talking to Matt when I was DMing
the fact that like it doesn't have to eat up any of my RAM all day wondering what that thing's doing is so nice.
Yeah.
Because you trust the people that work for you.
And if you don't, and I tell people when we hire people now, I said, listen, we are a very high-paced moving company.
I'm picking up that's kind of how everywhere works.
So, but you have to be upfront.
Unless you want to work for the government.
Yeah, right.
We fucking just hang out.
Yeah, I can just hang out all day.
So, they have to know, like, hey, listen, we're a bunch of fighter jets. So are you a fighter jet? If you are coming here just to clock in and clock out, do a job, think you're gonna get paid, like this isn't the place for you. Man. So if you tell me that you're a fighter jet, right now, if you're like, hey, I'm a fighter jet, and then in your 30-day evaluation, like, or 2 weeks in, we find out you're not a fighter jet, you and I are gonna have problems.
Right. Either we need to figure out how do you become a fighter jet.
Yeah. So just be honest, and so basically we have a hiring process that they go through. So I'm like the 4th person that they talk to.
Jesus.
And yeah, for
it's still just me.
So by the time they get to me, it's my job to essentially talk them out of working for us. Like I don't think that you want to work here.
If we've made it in a month, and like, our pace, it's ugly.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you
especially
look tired.
I'm always tired.
Yeah. He's 25. He doesn't sleep.
There's just, I mean, that's what caffeine's for.
But I do tell him, I'm like, hey, listen, we're a fighter jet. If in 2 weeks you're not a fighter jet, we're gonna have problems. You're not gonna work anymore. So just be honest. Like,
yeah. Let's save each other trouble.
Save each other trouble. You know.
Either you can move at this speed, and I'm not slowing down.
Yeah.
I guess that's the biggest part.
Yeah.
Is I'm not slowing down. I'm not looking for any type of resistance.
And I have to, at the same time that I say that, I have to keep in mind that there's nobody that can work hard as fast as I can.
It's yours.
Yeah.
And there fucking shouldn't be.
Right.
I'd be bummed if the 2 guys that I had hired are outworking me at my dream.